Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. His parents, James and Dolores Jordan, worked hard to provide a strong foundation for their children. James worked at General Electric, and Dolores worked in banking. When Michael was still a toddler, the family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, where he grew up alongside his 4 siblings. From a young age, Michael was full of energy and always competitive. He loved sports, especially basketball, baseball, and football. His older brothers, Larry and James, often challenged him, and those backyard games were intense. Losing wasn't an option for Michael. Even as a kid, his determination stood out. He hated to lose and would practice relentlessly until he could win. That desire to be better than everyone around him became one of his greatest strengths. When Michael entered Emsley-Alani High School, he dreamed of playing varsity basketball, but during his sophomore year, he was famously cut from the team. The coach thought he was too short and not quite ready for the physical level of varsity play. The rejection crushed him, but instead of quitting, it fueled him. Michael went home and practiced every single day. He would wake up early, do extra drills, and work on his shooting until late at night. He promised himself that he'd never be overlooked again. By the next year, he had grown taller and stronger. He made the varsity team, and soon, he became their star player. In his senior year, he averaged nearly 30 points per game and was selected for the McDonald's All-American team, an honor reserved for the best high school players in the nation. That performance drew attention from college scouts across the country. Michael accepted a basketball scholarship from the University of North Carolina, one of the most respected programs in the nation. There, under Coach Dean Smith, he learned the value of teamwork and discipline. Smith's system emphasized unselfish play, and while Jordan was naturally gifted, he learned how to trust the process and play within a team structure. As a freshman, Jordan made an immediate impact. In the 1982 NCAA championship game, with the score tied and only seconds remaining, he hit a clutch jump shot against Georgetown. That shot won the national title for North Carolina and became an iconic moment in college basketball history. Over his 3 years at UNC, Jordan continued to improve. He was named a 2-time consensus All-American, won the Naismith College Player of the Year award in 1984, and became one of the most talked about players in the country. By the time he decided to enter the NBA draft in 1984, everyone knew he was going to be special. That year, the Chicago Bulls selected him with the 3rd overall pick. Almost immediately, Jordan transformed the team. In his rookie season, he averaged 28.2 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game, leading the Bulls to the playoffs. His explosive athleticism, smooth shooting, and relentless energy made him a fan favorite. He was named NBA Rookie of the Year, and the league had found its next superstar. By his 2nd season, Jordan was already one of the best players in the world. But in 1985, he suffered a major setback when he broke his foot just 3 games into the season. The injury forced him to miss 64 games. Many players would have taken months to ease back, but Jordan's competitive drive wouldn't allow that. When he returned late in the season, he scored 63 points in a playoff game against the Boston Celtics. The performance was so incredible that even Larry Bird said, "That was God disguised as Michael Jordan." Through the late 1980s, Jordan dominated statistically, leading the league in scoring year after year. But the Bulls struggled to win championships. They often ran into the Detroit Pistons, who played an extremely physical style of defense designed specifically to stop him. Known as the Jordan rules, the Pistons' strategy was to rough him up and wear him down. Instead of complaining, Jordan hit the gym. He built his strength, improved his defense, and became an even more complete player. In 1991, everything came together. Under Coach Phil Jackson, the Bulls adopted the triangle offense, which balanced Jordan's scoring with strong team play. That year, the Bulls defeated Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers to win their first NBA championship. Jordan finally reached the mountaintop, and he was named Finals MVP. The image of him hugging the trophy with tears in his eyes became one of the most iconic photos in sports history. The Bulls went on to repeat as champions in 1992 and 1993, defeating the Portland Trail Blazers and the Phoenix Suns in the finals. Jordan won Finals MVP all 3 times, solidifying his place as the best player in the world. But just as he was at the height of his career, tragedy struck. In 1993, Jordan's father, James, was murdered in North Carolina. The loss devastated him. His father had always been his biggest supporter and had often talked about wanting his son to play professional baseball. Not long after, Jordan stunned the world by announcing his retirement from basketball. He said he had lost the desire to play and wanted to honor his father's dream. Jordan signed a minor league baseball contract with the Chicago White Sox organization and joined their WA affiliate, the Birmingham Barons. He trained hard, played full seasons, and though he never made it to the major leagues, his commitment impressed coaches and teammates. He wasn't there for publicity. He was there to truly compete. But basketball wasn't done with him. In March 1995, Jordan sent out a simple two-word press release that sent shockwaves through the sports world. "I'm back." He returned to the Chicago Bulls late in the season, wearing the number 45 instead of his famous 23. Although he wasn't fully in basketball shape yet, he still showed flashes of brilliance. The Bulls made the playoffs, but were eliminated early. The next season, Jordan returned to his old number and his old dominance. The Bulls went on to achieve a record-breaking 72-10 season, the best in NBA history at the time. They won the 1996 NBA championship, with Jordan once again named Finals MVP. The Bulls repeated in 1997 and 1998, defeating the Utah Jazz in back-to-back finals. The 1997 series featured the legendary flu game, when Jordan, sick with flu-like symptoms, scored 38 points to lead his team to victory. The following year, in the closing seconds of Game 6, he hit one of the most famous shots in basketball history, a step-back jumper over Brian Russell to win his 6th championship. He walked off the court, holding his follow-through, creating an image that symbolized the perfect ending to a legendary career. Jordan retired again in 1999, saying he had nothing left to prove. Most fans believed that was the end. But his love for competition didn't fade. In 2001, at age 38, Jordan made another comeback, this time with the Washington Wizards. Though he wasn't the same explosive athlete, he still averaged over 20 points per game and showed flashes of greatness. He played 2 seasons before retiring for good in 2003. His final game ended with a standing ovation from fans, players, and even officials, a fitting tribute to the greatest player to ever play the game. By the time he retired, his list of achievements was unmatched. 6 NBA championships, 6 Finals MVP, 5 regular season MVP, 10 scoring titles, 14 All-Star appearances, 10 All-NBA first-team selections, 9 All-Defensive first-team honors, 2 Olympic gold medals, and a career scoring average of 30.1 points per game, the highest in NBA history. But Jordan's influence went far beyond the court. In 1984, he signed a deal with Nike that created Air Jordan, a sneaker line that changed both sports and culture. The shoes became a global phenomenon, and the Air Jordan brand remains one of the most popular and influential lines in the world. Jordan's impact also helped transform the NBA into a global brand. He became the face of basketball, inspiring millions of kids across the world to pick up a ball. Players like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and countless others have cited him as their greatest inspiration. After retiring, Jordan focused on business and ownership. He became part owner and later the majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, making him the first former NBA player to own a team. His business ventures, endorsements, and brand investments turned him into one of the richest athletes in history, with a net worth in the billions. Despite his fame, Jordan has often chosen to live a private life. He's married to Yvette Prieto, and they have twin daughters. He also has 3 older children from his previous marriage. He spends much of his time focusing on philanthropy, including funding medical clinics in North Carolina and supporting youth programs through the Jordan brand. In 2020, he and the brand pledged $100 million over 10 years to promote racial equality and social justice. Even decades after his last game, Jordan's presence still looms over basketball. His work ethic, mindset, and competitive fire set the standard for what greatness looks like. The documentary, The Last Dance, released in 2020, gave fans a behind-the-scenes look at his final championship run and reignited global admiration for his career. Today, Michael Jordan remains more than just a former athlete. He's a symbol of perseverance, excellence, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. His story reminds us that setbacks can become motivation and failure can fuel success. From being cut from his high school team to becoming a six-time NBA champion, he defined what it means to never give up. The image of Michael Jordan soaring through the air, tongue out, ball in hand, will forever be etched in sports history. He wasn't just a player, he was a movement, a competitor who changed how we see basketball and what we believe human potential can achieve. For all his championships, awards, and highlights, perhaps Jordan's greatest legacy is his mindset, the belief that anything is possible if you're willing to outwork everyone else. He once said, "I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." And that, more than anything, defines Michael Jordan, the greatest to ever play the game.